Okay, now we're going to get going on the legs here. Now check this blueprint out. Holy moly, we got some details going on. This is a small leg. I notice an interesting shape here, kind of rectangular, that follows this path down. It looks like a sweep, perhaps. Right? Remember, a sweep is a shape that follows a path. A lot of ways we could build this. So let's go. Now I notice I need 4 of these along this side. So that's also telling me that I'm going to make one and I'm going to make a pattern. Okay, and it's going to live along this side. So I'm going to select this side and I'm going to Shift S for sketch, N for normal. I need to fit 4 in evenly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the rectangle here, and then I'll space it with a dimension. Can always go back and change that dimension to shift things around later. Okay, so R for rectangle, center point rectangle. I'll do it. I'm going to find the midpoint here. I'm going to slide out, and I'm going to drag and drop. Now I see 0.060, and I see 0.011. Let's double check that. 060 wide. 011 tall here. That's my starting rectangle. Then I'm going to draw a path that I'm going to sweep this along. So that'll be the next sketch. All right, so there's our leg, our starting point. I'm also going to dimension the distance from, let's say, the center of the rectangle to this edge here. And we'll leave this at 0.06. We'll leave it at 0.060 just for now. And like I said, we can always move that around if we don't have things looking good later. Okay? But it's always good to put a dimension there so you can change it later. So there's our, we're going to call this the leg profile. Remember, a sweep goes profile and path. Okay, now that just hides right in that gray. So I'm going to change the color back because I just don't, I want to be able to see what I'm working on. There you go. Now we can see that nice sketch. Now I need to make my path. I want the path, the best way to make a sweep path is to have it touching your sketch for your profile. So I want to make my path starting at this point. There is no plane here to draw on, right? There's no plane that starts here. So I need to make a plane. So it's quite simple. Tell OnShape that you want to make a plane. Select a surface that you want your new plane to be parallel with. So I'm going to select this surface. And then I'm going to select the point at which you want the plane to intersect. So I want a surface that's parallel with this that intersects this point. And then if I click up here to the plane tool, notice it creates a plane that's parallel with the surface and intersects this point, and it automatically selects the plane point type. And check it out, there's many ways to create new planes. But if you give it some info in the beginning, it will automatically select the right type of plane. And now we have a new plane that lives right there, and that's perfect to do our sketch on for our sweep. Okay, so that was our plane 1. Now I'm going to select it, Shift S for sketch, N for normal, and I'm going to start my sketch right at this point here. Okay, right at that point right there, which is right there. Okay, so let's go back to the drawing here and see what we got. So we've got a 025 from the corner out, and then we're going down 100 thou. That gives us this main body. 025 out and down 100 thou. 025 out, down 100 thou. And it looks like we have 99.9 degrees, which is kind of a weird number, but we'll put that in there because that's what it says. So let's do that. So L for line here. We're going to go 0.025 out. And then we're going to come, whoa, not 0.025, 0.025 thousandths. There we go. And then we're going to come down 100 thousandths, L for line, 0.1. And now we're going to D for dimension, this line to this line. We want to put at 99.9 degrees. Let's put 100 degrees. There we go. There we go. We're going 100 degrees. And now we've got to round this a little bit. See that radius there? That point is the inferred corner. And we're going to put a radius on this with the fillet tool. Click the corner here. Obviously, the default dimension for the fillet tool at 1/4 inch is way too big. So we're going to take our box and we're going to slide it in to something that... Now, there was no dimension put on the blueprint, so that means it's not super critical. I would just go to a point where it stays blue and looks pretty awesome, like that. Accept it. There's your number, 021. Let's put 0.020, just make it a round number. There we go. There's our sketch. We're going to call it leg, path, we've got a path and we've got a profile. We're going to hit the sweep button. We're going to select the sketch that we want to sweep, and then we're going to select the path here. We're going to click the red box. We're going to make the path this, and this. Looking good. Now it's coming up green. That means it's building, it's adding to. Well, we want to make it a separate part. Separate part so we can pattern it. So we're going to go new. Perfecto. And final step here. We got another 100 thou coming down, and it's a narrower piece. It looks 0.20. 0.20 wide. Coming down another 100 thou, and that's going to be drawn, that's going to be coming right out of the bottom. So we're going to go to the bottom, we're going to select that surface, Shift S for sketch, N for normal, very important, R for rectangle, center point rectangle. I'm going to hover here, I'm going to hover here, I'm going to click 0.020, and 0.011. Because remember, the thickness of this is 0.11. 0.20 wide. There's our sketch. Then we're going to extrude it down. Extrude. We're going to add to that. We're not going to go 1 inch. That would be a little silly. We're going to go 0.1. There you go, boys and girls. We got our leg. It's pretty sweet. Looking good. All right, that's the leg. Oh boy. Next video, we're gonna pattern it and we're gonna mirror it, and then we're done. Thanks for your time. See you in the next video.